All right, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for today, I'm seeing that you're embarking on a brand new beginning, a brand new adventure. Your overall energy is the Fool, so very open, possibly taking risks. You're showing me that you know what this new beginning is. We have the Chariot, the King of Swords, and the Lovers, so you feel very aligned with your path, the choices that you're making, the course that you're on, and you're showing me a lot of confidence and a feeling of yes, this is correct for me, whatever it is. As this happens, kind of alongside that, you have the Oracle cards consciousness, flowering, and intensity. So there's something here about not just your life moving along, but your consciousness is expanding. Your way of thinking, your way of being, something's opening up, and something's also sort of aligning here as your consciousness opens up. It's almost like you get into alignment. So, really positive energy and really positive reading for you today, Sag. There's also a feeling of purpose here, spiritual purpose, spiritual fate, and sort of this deeper level trust in the universe as you embark on whatever this path is. So, that's what this reading's going to be about. Now, before I dive deeper into this reading, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I love doing them, and you can book a reading with me at my website, ajstarot.com. The link to that is also in the description box below. And if this reading resonates with you, please take a second to like and subscribe, as that'll help me connect more with others' energies. So let's take a look at the recent past. We have the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups. Let's start with the King of Wands. We have the Emperor, Temperance, and the Queen of Swords. All right, let's look at the Page of Wands. There was a lot of determination to do something here, to get something done. But it feels like over time, your ability to really step towards that or step into the confidence with making this happen really declined. And as it started to not work out, and there was disappointment, some pain attached to that, it's like you started to kind of question whether or not this was actually going to happen or whether you were on the right path here. And it led to a lot of conflict in your energy and this sort of back and forth sort of feeling, but at the same time, I'm seeing that you still had some hope with the Page of Cups, even though I see you being, disappointed. I see you kind of holding on to the idea or the dream. There's something here that you were very focused on at one point, and even though your energy became kind of fragmented at one point, I see you just holding on to the thought of it, holding on to the idea. And so it almost comes through as like a delayed action or a delayed dream that now possibly is coming into being. In the current energy, you have the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. So you're starting to balance out your own energy. And as you do that, you also start to align with your sort of purpose or this sense of purpose. And we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you're kind of right back there with what this was supposed to be in the beginning, as you kind of come up to speed. It's almost like your energy is coming online for this to happen. Let's take a look at that with the Hierophant. Whatever this is, it's very attached to sort of like your life purpose or a goal that you have. For some of you, this could directly relate to your career, but for others of you, I'm just seeing that it's about finding your place in the world. Let's take a look at the Hierophant. Two of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups. This depends on you aligning with sort of your deepest desire, your deepest dream. And I see possibly there being distractions or maybe narratives about why this couldn't be, or just things that pull you away from seeing this through. And ultimately, you're always going to kind of be aligned back to this path because this is the path that's meant for you. But at the same time, it's almost like you've spent time like being told or telling yourself that this isn't possible or this isn't the way, with the Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's almost like you stopped yourself from pursuing the whole pie. Like you were like, that's not possible, or I can't have that, or it's like almost like you told yourself you just couldn't go in that direction, and so you stayed in something that was less, possibly something comfortable but not really feeding you. And it's like your heart was always kind of calling out to you there, saying, hey, you know what you want to do, you know what resonates with you, so when are you going to do that? And I see you starting to align with that now with the Six of Cups, really, or sorry, Six of Pentacles, but this could have Six of Cups energy where it really speaks to your heart and feels like something that moves your soul. And it starts to align in the 3D world with that Six of Pentacles. Let's take a look at that. The Sun, Justice, the Two of Cups. There's something here about this being tied to a connection. I don't know if this other person is the path, but they definitely light the path for you. They may make you feel like everything is possible, like you're on the right path. I'm just seeing like really like things that feel right become illuminated because of this connection. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a spiritual guide or teacher. This could be a friend. It could be a mentor, a parent, but it's someone who helps light the way for you and kind of gives you the strength. And this could even be like a spiritual connection with an ancestor or a spirit guide. And it's almost like you were kept sort of inside yourself, or like you were repressing yourself. Some of you may have even struggled with like depression or something like that. But I'm just seeing that all your energy was kind of held under the surface due to some pain. And that pain in the past led you to question yourself, and it kind of took you off balance. But I see that shifting, and it also could just have to do with having the right person or the right people in your life in the first place. And maybe in the past you weren't surrounded by supportive energies, or you got kind of pulled off your path. But I see you getting right back on it now. And as you do that, you align with someone or something that helps bring out like the best part of you. And you really step into your power here with the Empress. I see you really caring for yourself and really coming from a very centered, powerful place with that Empress card. Let's take a look. Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. You start to return to yourself and step into your power when you ask yourself, what is it that I really want? And you really take a deep look at that. And as you ask yourself that, you also start to plan for the future. And it's almost like this depression energy sort of lifts, and now you have this hope for the future and this positivity, and it aligns with this vision that you had in this past, a goal that you had in the past for yourself. And for many of you, I'm seeing that this could have been a dream that you had as a child or an adolescent. And if you saw yourself living like your best life in the future, this is what you envisioned. But, as you went through the course of your life and you grew up, different things came in that made you feel like you had to hold this part of yourself back, or struggle to like accept this part of yourself. And something's shifting in the energy now where you're releasing all of that baggage, all of the pain, the confusion, the conflict, and the distracting elements, the deception, limiting beliefs, your comfort zone. You're releasing all of that, and you're really aligning with what it is you desire most for yourself, for your own sake. And for many of you, you could have been prioritizing other people in the past, and what you had to let go of was all of that baggage and all of the weight. And possibly, someone said something to you, or there were messages that were communicated to you about what your life was supposed to look like that ended up just really weighing you down. And you kind of had to go through this shedding process and this redefining process, so that you could open up to what you truly wanted. And that's this flowering energy that I'm seeing in your oracle cards. It's almost like you're opening up to what is really possible for you and integrating into your consciousness this idea of, I can open up, I can open to what the world has for me. And it's intense. It brings in quite a bit of energy for you that might feel very new and kind of groundbreaking. Now, I'm seeing that in the future we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. So the practical side of this could feel kind of heavy to you. It could feel like, okay, I have these dreams or I have this goal, and you're starting to get kind of nervous about like, okay, how do I make a practical plan out of this? Or like, will I be able to succeed stability wise if I do this thing that's probably very outside of your comfort zone or what it is you've known in the past? Let's look at that Ten of Wands, the Worlds, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Yeah, this requires you to trust in the spiritual realm and the supportive energies around you coming through in a material way. You have to kind of open the door to believing or creating your own stability through sort of a more spiritual way and really bridge, the earthly realm with the heavenly realm. And that's something that could be kind of weighing on you, is just really trusting that, yes, you're going to be provided for. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles here. Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords. You might not even realize how much this is limiting you or holding you back when you get stuck on the stability aspect. Will I have enough? Will I make enough? Will I have a retirement fund? There's something here about releasing some belief that you have about creating stability for yourself in order to really open up to what's meant for you and let in new things. Because I see that you're going to be provided for here with the Ace of Pentacles. There's always going to be another opportunity around the corner, and you might even have unexpected support or unexpected income as you align with what's meant for you. But before you can go out and meet that, you're going to have to release whatever limiting beliefs you have about what's possible for you in terms of your stability. And so there's a message here about letting yourself dream of what's possible for you, and actually believing in the best case scenario, believing, yes, I can be supported here, I can have everything that I need, even if I don't know how it's going to happen. Spirit's saying usher in the new possibilities by envisioning them and by dreaming, because those dreams are very powerful, and you're entering a phase in your life where what you speak into existence and what you envision will actually create a reality for you. So just try to keep that in mind. You might be surprised to see that when you think of things, they enter into your life very quickly, or they manifest very solidly for you. So try to keep a positive mindset and really envision what it is that you want so that it can come to you. And then the advice from Spirit, we have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Devil. Remember self-discipline, and if you start to revert back to old patterns or old thought processes, remember that you have the power in your empowered state to control what you give your energy to, especially these thought processes, these fears. If you notice yourself moving from fear or from negativity, try to interrupt those processes so that you can recenter yourself and redirect your energy towards positivity. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you next time.